With renewed focus on near-peer threats from China and Russia, the Pentagon is focusing on the Warbird's ability to project deadly force over long range. The idea is that the longer the range you can detect and engage the enemy, the more time you have to discern the threat and engage them as efficiently as possible, while minimizing the threat to you and your allies. The current long-range option available to the United States is ironically named the Advanced Medium-Range Air-to-Air Missile. It serves under the current designation of AIM-120, with the newest version receiving the D designation. The AIM-120 was intended to replace the AIM-7 missile, which, while initially performing extremely poor in Vietnam, had become extremely potent by the time the first Gulf War was underway. The AIM-7 was small and streamlined, so it had very little effect on the platform carrying it. However, the AIM-7 did have one major flaw, in that it was a semi-active radar-homing missile. The missile is reliant on the launching aircraft to guide it to the target, which leaves that aircraft vulnerable, as it has to maintain line of sight to the enemy within 60 degrees of the nose until the missile hits its target. The AIM-120 was initially envisioned as a direct replacement for the AIM-7 Sparrow that allowed for fire and forget capabilities. As such, the program was dubbed the Advanced Medium-Range Air-to-Air Missile Program. Its design was to initially supplement the short-range AIM-9 and the long-range AIM-54. However, it soon became evident that the AIM-54, while extremely capable, came with a massive drawback. The size and weight of the missile was equivalent of carrying large bombs, which severely limited the performance of the aircraft carrying them. With this in mind, it didn't seem viable to port the missile to other aircraft outside of the F-14 Tomcat, which was a dedicated interceptor first and a fighter second in nature. Not only that, but the Tomcat was extremely complex and was not viable to upgrade and was retired in 2006. To replace the long-range capability, the AIM-120 was developed into a long-range missile, with the latest version sporting over 100 miles in range. Additionally, the F-22 Raptor is expected to get even more range out of the weapon as it can supercruise at high speeds, giving the missile an increased startup speed. But even with these developments, the missile still lags behind potential enemy missiles in terms of range, and with China making it clear it wants to rival the United States, and with Russia having a long-standing tradition of exporting arms to foreign countries, the United States needs to step up its game. Currently in development are two programs, the AIM-260 Joint Air Tactical Missile by Lockheed Martin, and another recently unveiled endeavor by Raytheon called Peregrine. Both missiles are touting longer range and better late-stage kinematic performance, but unexpectedly is they both are also competing against the short-range AIM-9X Sidewinder. Lockheed's JADAM is attempting to accomplish this by attaching a booster to a shorter-range missile that can potentially be ejected in short-range engagements. Peregrine is claiming to have up to 3 targeting methods and is only half the size of the AIM-120, while having the maneuverability of the AIM-9X. As one might suspect, since the JADAM already has an official designation, the AIM-260 is already being readied for fielding in 2022, after already being worked on for 2 years, while the Peregrine, with its significantly bolder public claims, has just been announced this year. The Peregrine may force the Air Force to reconsider, however, as it being half the size allows for an aircraft to double its payload. This would allow the F-35 with the Sidekick modification to carry 10 to 12 missiles, and the Raptor to carry up to 14. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. More videos featuring aviation news will be posted on this channel, so if you're interested, please come back and check those out. In the meantime, enjoy your dance with the angels.